My name is Jamie. I'm an experienced infrastructure specialist here with Completely Managed.
And I'm Ron, and I'm also with Completely Managed. And today, what we're going to do is walk you through the Jabra Next Generation Booth Technology Experience. And so, with that, we've designed, working with your booth orchestration organization that's pulling the whole project together, we've designed a technology solution to seamlessly integrate with your booth and allow you to demonstrate the capabilities of your headsets with respect to real time on the show floor. So, in doing that, we had to design this in a way that is submersive. And so what we've been able to do is design something called the Technology Hub. And so this hub is basically the center of the technology where all of the remote walk-up stations are plugged into. And if you can imagine, while you're at the event, you'll have subject matter experts that are having access to these wireless headsets that you can call from one of the stations that exist on the floor. So kind of a neat concept, and we've been able to develop software and pull this together from a hardware perspective to make this very intuitive. So having said that, why don't we have a deep look inside the actual hub experience itself. So what you're looking at here is the backplane. Pretty cool setup in that there are three stations, Station 1, Station 2, the center one, and Station 3 on the far right. Above that are the Pro 9400 series wireless headsets. Overall, why this was designed like this is that we're able to have three subject matter experts at the event or the show that can take the phone calls or provide a far end demonstration experience using the headsets, so that we're able to have customers walk up to the corners of the booth and speak to someone in not just live, but also someone that is able to speak to the power and capabilities feature-wise of your headsets. As we start to focus down into the technology area of the kit, without getting too much in detail, this is really what's required to pull the technology experience together. So we have an 8-port Ethernet switch, a Meraki firewall, and then the compute module, which really is the phone PBX, and the management system for the kit in itself. As we scroll down to the right, you can see here there is a keyboard. This keyboard is here for backup reasons, meaning that, as Jamie will explain, the remote corners don't have keyboards, they just have trackpads. However, in the circumstance or situation where you require a keyboard, you can very quickly grab this one. It's Velcro down, and basically plug that in and use the keyboard in itself to help repair or fix or troubleshoot at one of the corners. The solution over here, we call this the NSS. That's the Network Selection Switch. And you can see here that there's button A and B. A is for tether and B is for WAN. So with respect to that, I'm going to start with B and come back over here to outline what we call through case connections on the kit. So with respect to that, you can see that these are where you would plug your three stations in, and then this is your WAN port. Particularly when the NSS switch is selected on B for WAN, it physically connects this port. And what that means is, should the internet be provided at one of the showcase events, then you can physically plug it in here, and that button is on the NSS is selected in WAN B mode. Then you will use the internet of the show. If I move back to the NSS and I were to select option A for tether, the tether button allows us to now use the access point that we've built into our power control module that allows you to use your mobile data cell phone as the wireless internet connection. So why we've done this is to give you the flexibility to obviously have a physical plugged-in WAN or use your mobile device as a internet access solution for remote support, for having or engaging someone on our team to help you should you have questions in setup or configuration, for software updates and things of that nature. So before we focus back on the through case connection, the power module is pretty self-explanatory. This is where everything's powered in, and you can see under that yellow cable the power light. That is an on and off button. Traditionally, we leave that on, and that way should or when we plug the kit power into the external power interface of the kit in itself just turns on, and basically give it a few minutes and it should be completely functional and ready for use. Before we move to the experience corners, I want to focus a little bit more here on the through case connections. They are really and relatively straightforward. Station 1, Station 2, and Station 3. And with that, we've provided 3 100-foot cables that allow us to then extend each of these ports out to the actual booth in itself where your headsets and whatnot exist. So focusing on the Ethernet cables, so as I had mentioned, we've concluded 3 of these, and as you can see, it's quite a bundle of cable. It's really important as you use these to wrap them back up properly. To make storage a little more easier for us, we've included some 3 Velcro straps that really are able to keep your cables secure and organized within the kit. As you can imagine, if these are not wrapped up relatively in an organized fashion, the kit won't close and you'll experience some other challenges along the way. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll focus on the booth corner experience and walk through the features and functionality that exist in each of the corners.
So we've worked closely with the Jabra Booth Design Company and coming up with this particular design here. This would be one of the corners in your actual booth. This is the VXI example. And as you can see here, we've got some examples of, we've got some of your headsets laid out. We've got your trackpad. We have your USB hub, which all of your headsets connect to, which then in turn connects to the compute module. Your compute module then connects via HDMI into your screen here, and we've got a Cat5 cable that runs back over to the station, which obviously connects all of your experts back to this booth. So in here we've got an interface that's been designed so this can happen seamlessly so that they can transfer between each different headset and talk to an expert back at the hub.
Let's talk about the Jabra Xperience user interface that's operating at each of the corners of the booth. So what you're looking at here is a custom developed for Jabra environment that allows us to have a very user intuitive interface with the ability to play a playlist of rolling videos so that if a booth or a corner is unmanned, customers can just simply walk up, pick up a headset, and listen to the audio that's being played. The other functionality here is the ability to engage yourself or a Jabra employee that's at the booth in a real-time conversation so that customers can experience the headsets firsthand and the features functionality. So in walking through the software, there's a couple of very fundamental things that we need to focus on first, and this will just help with you understanding how the software is working. So this software is registered to effectively a PBX call control system that's running inside the hub experience kit that's located in the back room. So where I want to focus is up here. There are 3 small icons. One is the gear, which allows us to customize the actual headsets and the configuration of the headsets. Then these 2 other icons, the speaker here, allows me to mute the audio that's being played from the rolling videos, and then if I want, I can pause the videos. So these are 2 great features in a use case where potentially if you're working at that corner and a customer arrives to understand a few things, so you can point them to the video and simply play them, both the audio and the video itself. And then if you in the midst of this want to engage them in a real-time conversation or whatnot, or you're just having a conversation and you don't want to be distracted, you can mute the audio and then pause the video. Another great feature here is the settings configuration, and this allows the versatility of configuring the application to work with various headphones. Additionally, I'm able to create what's called video playlists. So if I simply click that gear icon, you'll see here a very simple environment that allows me to look at what headsets that I do have plugged into the USB ports. I can then, beside each of them, give them their own custom label. So if I just double click on that, I can type whatever I want, and that will appear under the label of every headset. And then on these tabs here, this allows me now to basically determine or select rather the playback. So you want to select the right headset and then matching the right recording device as well. So what that means is that in this tab I want to select the headphones, and then in this tab the actual microphone that's associated to the same headset. Once I've done that for all of the various headsets that are plugged in, I then have the ability to set down here what I want displayed here. So, for instance, this is the VXI wall. I could change that to whatever wall or name that I want, and that will immediately appear. So that's the audio configuration. And then we can click on the video tab, and this is a real simple environment to create video playlists. So as an example, we have 3 videos that have been uploaded to the compute module, and I'm just able to simply add them in priority, and they will be just continuously played. So for example, I can place a USB stick with videos contained within the USB stick into the audio, the compute device. And once I see that, I can add them, and once I see what videos I want to add, I can simply say open, and it will add it to the list. And once that happens, I can select save, and now those videos will be rolling non-stop for the corner and the particular topics within the model of the headsets. So within this environment is the ability to both set the audio source, headset source, and microphone source while giving it a description, and then also the video playlists. From here, I can just cancel out of this, and now we'll actually get into the application. So if a user case would exist where a customer would just walk up to a booth, they can see the videos running nonstop, and then pick up any of the audio headsets to listen to what's playing here. The other feature here is the ability for you to engage with your customer, or maybe if there is a subject matter expert that's at the show that is able to speak to a very particular line of your headsets. So with that, the Xperience Hub is equipped with these Pro Series headsets that are able to, with an electronic hook flash, answer calls wirelessly. That's a fantastic feature that you have, and so it's one that you can demonstrate. But also, when a customer would like to speak with you, they can just simply click the phone icon here, and this headset and the associated phone will ring, and then by simply clicking that button I can answer and then go walk around the event and speak to the customer live. So let's do that now. So I just click the call button and it's calling the associated headset. So with that, now I'm going to answer the call. Now I'm live at the event speaking to the customer. Now the customer side of things, naturally we have more than one, so we have 4 different types of headsets per environment. And what we've done is created a very intuitive environment that a customer can simply pick one of the headsets up, put it on, and then simply click these icons to rotate between each of the audio headphones to experience the differences, quality, features, whatnot. So very simple environment. I don't have to hang up and call back. I can just simply click these and change the audio source or the headset source on the fly. And the subject matter expert or yourself is able to then request the customer to pick a very particular one, and then now they put that on their head, and you're able to have a direct conversation and talk about the very features of that. Notice one of the capabilities or features rather is when I made that phone call, the video stopped because you don't want the audio competing with your conversation, so we pause the video automatically. Now what I'm going to do is hang up and watch. The video will just automatically resume. So as soon as I hang that call up, the headset's released and everything's back to normal, and the customer can go to the next booth or on with their day. And you are able to then just basically, when you hear this ring, you're able to answer it and partake in the audio conversation with your customer. What I'd like to do is introduce the laminated guide to you, and this is really important because it is a technical reference that we've included within your booth experience that outlines technical information like IP addresses and the purpose of each of the components that pull together the overall experience. This is included within your kit, certainly available as an electronic distribution online. However, if you can manage to keep this intact with your kit for reference, that would be fantastic. All right, thank you very much.